We are live and you can see the snow is starting to stick. Traffic moving okay from this vantage point, but be weather aware. We're going from wet roads to icy and snow covered roads pretty rapidly this evening as temperatures start to drop. How much snow are we expecting? 3 to 6 inch snowfall projection for most of central Indiana, although thinking is south and east we may see a few higher totals. This is the latest on the winter storm with live Doppler 13 radar. Still rain east. That transition from rain to snow happening from Indianapolis west towards Speedway. Snow continues to fall across the western half of the state. Snowing steadily Peru, Logansport, Kokomo, Rushville, Sharpsville into Tipton. South we go. We pick up Hendricks County and Boone County from Zionsville to Plainfield. What you want to focus on, these areas of darker blue indicate some of the steadier bursts of snow that will quickly stick to the ground and quickly lead to some slick roads. We have snow in Greencastle, Cloverdale, Ellettsville. That changeover has happened into the Bloomington area, and this is just the beginning of a snowy, windy, cold night. FUTURETRAK 13 doing a great job on the placement of that transition of rain to snow, and by 7 o'clock most of us will be dealing with snow. Heavy at times all the way through 11 o'clock tonight. We're not thinking the back edge of this winter storm clears the state until very early tomorrow morning, so our team coverage will continue into sunrise. That gets underway at 4, and Sean, by 4 a.m. we're going to be dealing with sub-zero temperatures and wind chills.
There's so many different highly impactful aspects of this storm, Angela, and we're going to find out very quickly, I think, in the next couple of hours, what we've been talking about all week long in the flash freeze. And it has to do with the temperatures that are going to be dropping quickly here. Look at our state. So we've got 37 in Richmond, 42 in Muncie, single digits already over in Danville, 15 in Terre Haute. So the numbers drop quickly for the remainder of tonight. And as they drop and as the wind picks up, we're going to be staring down some of the harshest wind chills we've had in about 8 years. And you can see already 6 below in Lafayette. And as we look back to the west, it still drops. So that's what's on the way. This is what we're going to wake up to tomorrow. 30 to nearly 40 below zero wind chills. So that means if you want to get out and try to shovel the snow, clear the driveway, sidewalk, man, you better be layered up from top to bottom, okay? And we don't see an improvement. And it is going to be rather harsh as we go through tonight. It's going to be a quick drop for us and probably staring down near 30 below by the time we get closer to 3 or 4 in the morning here. So this is the wind chill forecast tonight for Indianapolis. This is it for tomorrow. As again, we're talking wind chills 35 to near 40 below. We won't get much relief probably until the second half of the weekend. And let's throw some salt to the wounds. That high wind is going to make for whiteout conditions at times. Going to keep the blowing and drifting going. We've got a long road ahead of us, no pun intended.
Yeah, thank you so much for putting that into some context, Sean, because a lot of people are thinking, oh, the snow. Not necessarily the snow, it's the wind chill.
Told my kids already they're staying indoors the next couple of days.
Yeah, things to keep in mind, especially as people try to get out there and shovel. So this winter storm, it's here. The roads we know are getting bad quickly. These temperatures are going to drop fast.
Our Karen Campbell has been west and northwest of downtown Indianapolis monitoring the driving conditions. We're starting to lose a little bit of daylight right now. Karen, where are you right now, and how are the conditions there?
Hey, and so we are Hendricks County, Boone County line. We're actually heading back to a scene where we saw one person slide off the road into a ditch. We saw an emergency vehicle there. If you can take a look now at the road, that vehicle is still there. We did pass the driver who was in the driver's seat. And again, this is a challenging situation right now. You see the worker trying to help him out. Now there's an officer, police officer coming potentially to assist traffic in this area and help pull this car, out of this ditch and try to get that driver to safety. But these are the conditions that we're dealing with. You see, drivers are now putting on their hazard lights because they know that conditions on the road, they are deteriorating, and they're deteriorating fast as the snow blows over the road, covering the area, just making it challenging for many people out here. and Felicia.
All right, thanks so much, Karen. Please be safe when you're out there with your photographer as well, bringing us those live pictures. Thanks so much. Well, the winter storm, it's here. It's hit central Indiana. And when you look to the northwest, snow and wind right now taking charge in Boone County.
It's taken over Boone County. That's where John Duran is live. And John, crews actually hit the roads a few minutes ago to try and get in front of this storm. I know they had to wait till after the rain. And have you seen any trucks out there?
Yeah, well, right now we're in the center of Lebanon right now, right near the Boone County Courthouse. But just before, about a half hour ago, we were at the highway department, and we saw a fleet of trucks hitting the road just as that snow was falling. Started snowing here about 4 o'clock, but if you could see, not too strong anymore. Even from a half hour ago, it's really coming down. However, the temperature continues to drop, and I mean, you can really feel it. Not only that, but we took a short, nice and easy drive across town from the highway department to the courthouse, and things were slick on the road, even just coming to a stop. Already, things are very slippery here. We were told, like I said, the highway department plows salt trucks out. They said there could be as many as 26 trucks out tonight. Also talked with the city of Lebanon. They're going to get their plows and salt these city streets starting tonight into the overnight, as well as the town of Zionsville. So this is an all hands on deck. Even the sidewalks getting salted right now because things, like I said, very slippery here in Boone County in Lebanon. We'll send it back to you guys in the studio.
Yes, that worker right outside the Boone County Courthouse. I need him to come to my house.
Yes. And that's a pretty scene there, too, that courthouse all lit up there with the dark blue sky behind it. Well, what about what's going on in downtown Indy?
Well, it's getting hit by heavy and wet snow as people are trying to leave work.
Yeah, the winds, the ice are going to make the commute home tonight kind of dicey if people are still heading home from work. Lauren Kostick live as people are trying to get home and hunker down, Lauren.
Oh, yes, we're seeing a lot of people getting on the interstate here trying to get home. And in the last 20 minutes, that snow has really started to come down. The wind's picking up. The temperatures are getting a lot colder. And we're starting to see the snow now stick on the ground, not so much the roads. We've also noticed some ice forming on this metal stop sign pole here. As far as the roads, they are still very, very wet. You can see some of the puddles over here. That is all the rain that's accumulated from today. And that's the fear. That's what Sean and Angela have been talking about all day, that these roads, these puddles are just going to turn into a giant skating rink for these drivers. And that's why we know crews have been out here since this morning here in the city and NDOT working to pre-treat these roads. And as a reminder, if you see those plows, if you see those salt trucks on the road, give them plenty of space because, Ann, Felicia, we know fewer cars on the road, the quicker they can get this job done and get everyone home safely.
Absolutely, everyone's safer. Angela, what are you seeing right now?
Well, Felicia and Anne-Marie, it's really interesting to watch how we've transitioned from rain to snow just in the last hour and a half, and those conditions are only going to get worse. We'll have team coverage with Sean and myself, latest radar, latest snow totals and timing straight ahead.